Hey, it's Mark Ferguson with Invest for More, and welcome to another one of my real estate investing videos. Today I'm going to talk about whether it's better to rent a house or to flip a house. So I do both of them. I did 26 flips last year, have done up to 22 at a time. It gets a little crazy at that point, but have a lot of experience flipping, and then I've bought 20 rentals as well. So I bought commercial, residential, all types of different properties. I want to talk about the differences between flipping and renting, and then which one I think is ultimately better for real estate investors. Before we get started, make sure you check out investformore.com. That's invest, F-O-U-R-M-O-R-E.com. For more information on my rentals, I have a page that lists all my rentals under my resources menu, page that lists all my flips under my resources menu, and we've got videos on a bunch of them. Also have a weekly podcast and like 500 free articles on different topics, all real estate related. So I hope you enjoy those. But let's get down to it. So, flipping versus renting, or owning rental properties, I should say. I started out flipping very early in my career. Was flipping houses with my dad right after college, around 2001, 2002, and I've done it ever since then. Eventually, I bought him out in 2013. Have been doing it on my own, really ramping things up since then. I didn't buy my first rental until about 2010. Then I ended up buying 15 or 16 rentals from 2010 to 2015. Took a little break because our market got crazy in Colorado, and then ended up buying more commercial rentals the last couple of years. So I love rentals. I think they are by far one of the best investments you can make, bar none, real estate or not. The tax advantages are amazing. Leverage you can use is amazing. The cash flow is fantastic. Being able to buy it below market value, awesome. So what I usually tell people and like to tell people is rentals are the best investment you can make in real estate. However, they're expensive. It usually takes a lot of money to buy rentals. And you don't make a whole lot of money from buying one rental or two rentals. And it can take a lot of time to build up the cash that you do make from those properties. So my strategy has always been to make a lot of money, a lot of income, and use that money to buy as many rentals as I can to invest my money wisely. So I'm a real estate agent as well. I used to primarily sell REOs, HUD homes. I was a listing agent for banks. And so when I was selling 200 houses a year, I would try to save as much money as I could and buy as many rentals as I could with that money. That market completely dried up. I'm in Colorado and there are almost no foreclosures here now. So I kind of switched from heavy on the agent side to heavy on the flip side. So I was flipping a lot more houses. Like I said, we did 26 flips last year. And a lot of that income I have used to invest in rental properties or, flip more and more houses, invest it in the flipping business. But the thing about being an agent and the thing about flipping houses is it is more of a job than an investment. Because once you flip that house and sell it, you don't make any more money. You've made a decent chunk of change, hopefully, but it's not going to keep making you money. So you're done with that house. You have to go find a new house, repair it, fix it up. It's quite the process. The same thing with being an agent. Once you sell a house for someone, that's one commission. You have to go find new clients or maybe wait for that client, to buy another house in a couple of years. You're constantly marketing. You're in a job, and you can create businesses by being an agent. I've started my own brokerage. I have a team. I have agents who make money for me, but it's still work. I'm still working to get that, income to come in. The same thing with flipping. You can build a business with flipping. I have a project manager. I have people who help me. I have bookkeepers, but I'm still involved in the business. The business still has to run to make money. The really cool thing about rentals is they can make money without doing virtually anything. I have property managers who take care of my rentals. There are properties I have not been in or seen in 5+ years. The only thing I know about them is when a repair is needed once in a while, or maybe a tenant moves out, we need to rent it again. I need to approve the rent, amount, things like that. They can be very passive if set up right. Now, they can also have issues and problems as well. I know some of you have probably seen some of my videos where a rental got trashed or we had bed bugs in one rental, and it can be work. We've had people go in there and repair the property and fix it up. I do videos of it. I think people think, oh man, I'm doing all this work myself, but technically I'm doing the videos to educate you and show you what's going on. I didn't really have to go to them, although I wanted to see what happened and help with the remodel and decide what to fix. I could have let my team do it. So it's not like I have to be there. It's a ton of work when that happens, but I wanted to be there, wanted to show people what was going on. And I'm accounting for those things too. So I'm accounting for maintenance that's needed. I'm accounting for vacancies that are going to happen. And most of my rentals do awesome. I think it's 94% of the time my rentals have great tenants who pay on time, who take care of their properties. It's 6% of the time we have problems. So more than 9 out of 10 of my rentals are in great shape, making money. And we're still accounting for maintenance and vacancies on those rentals. So those extras we account for make up for the bad ones, the bad evictions, the properties that get trashed. And in the end, we're still making a lot of money, doing extremely well on the rental properties without doing hardly any work to them. So flipping versus rentals, it's kind of hard to compare the two because they're two completely different things. The flipping is a job, the rental properties are an investment. So that's why I like to do both at the same time. One kind of makes a good amount of money right away, and the other is something you build up over time that will make you a good amount of money every month, but it takes a while to get to that point. Both of them can take a significant amount of money to invest into the business. Flipping can be expensive, even with hard money, even with private money. There's a lot of costs involved. I go over that in a lot of my videos. But we do average about $30,000 in profit on each flip we do. So it can be very lucrative as well if you're doing things right. But again, it's not easy. Some of the harder parts are finding contractors. Finding deals right now is really tough. I'm in Colorado and it's really hard to find deals. We still do it, but it's not easy. Selling them quickly and financing them can be tough as well. Rentals, the same thing. You've got to have down payments usually. Repairing them can be difficult, although I try to buy rentals that don't need a ton of work. And renting them is not terribly difficult if you have the right systems down. I encourage people to use property managers because it can usually save you money and time in the long run. But you can also buy rentals with less money, make your cash work better for you with rentals with different strategies. So typically banks will want 20 to 25% down when you buy a rental property. That's how I bought my first few rentals. But after a year or two, I was able to refinance some of those, take almost most of the money out I invested into them, and buy more rentals with that. The next year, I kind of did that with a few other ones. And it's not terribly difficult to do if you make sure you're buying below market value, which is one of the huge advantages of rental properties. My first rental, I just did a video on that. I bought for $96,900, put a couple $1,000s of work into it, and it was probably worth $130,000 at the time I bought it. So I walked into $30,000 of equity. Well, if I wanted to refinance that in a year, I could pull almost all the money I put into it and use that money to buy another rental property. And that's one of the great things about real estate is the ability to leverage it. Hopefully you're still making money on cash flow after doing that and keep buying more and more properties. Speaking of cash flow, most of my rentals made $400 to $500 a month from the very beginning. So it's like every rental I buy, I'm adding, was it $5,000 to $6,000 a year in income, which doesn't seem like a lot, but once you get to 10, once you get to 15 properties, it really adds up. And when you think about the ability to pull that cash back out with refinances, you don't have that much money invested into them, and you can keep building, keep building, keep building. It really is an awesome avenue to build wealth, build that passive income. The tax advantages for rentals are amazing as well. You can depreciate the value of the property. Actually, you have to depreciate the value of the property, of the structure. So over 27 and a half years with a residential rental, you depreciate it, the value of just the structure. So that can save you a couple $1,000s in taxes a year. So it's actually possible to make money in a rental, but have it show as a loss on your taxes. Very few investments will let you do that. So it's really cool. Your interest is deductible on mortgages. Almost all your expenses either deductible or can be depreciated over time. Wonderful tax savings with rental properties. The other thing that's really cool about them is they might go up in value too. So I got really lucky in Colorado. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I predicted how fast our market would go up. because I did not. I knew prices were low and they would probably go up eventually, but I had no idea they'd increase as much as they have. That first rental property I bought for $96,900 in 2010 is worth almost $300,000 right now. So that's not typical. I'm not telling anybody to expect that. Please don't expect that. But properties can go up in value over time, especially if you're holding on to them for the long run, 10, 20, 30 years. They're most likely going to keep going up. You're probably going to pay your loan off eventually. Rents will go up with inflation. They can just be a fantastic investment. So I know I'm kind of going off on a tangent on why I like rentals, but that's part of this video. What's better, to flip or buy rentals? And my answer is, for the actual investment, for building passive income, for retirement, for building wealth, rental properties are probably better in my book. However, you have to have some way to make money, to earn income, to invest that money. Yes, you can buy rentals with little money. You can refinance them. There's different ways to do it. But things certainly go faster. You can buy many more if you're making money to invest into them as well. And so that's why I like flipping as kind of a job, an income source, being a real estate agent as well. So they're two different animals, and I treat them separately. I love to flip. I love transforming houses. I love the process. But I really love buying a rental, adding it to my portfolio, and know I'm adding cash flow basically for the rest of my life to my monthly income. So in the end, I vote for rental properties as being better than flipping, but flipping can also be a fantastic way to earn money, to make money. So I'm not saying flipping is bad. Obviously, I'm doing quite a bit of it right now. So that's all I've got to say. If you have any questions, comments, please leave them below. I try to answer all of them personally. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video. And again, investformore.com has a ton of information on my flips, my rentals. We have over 500 free articles on different subjects, from being an agent to flipping to rentals to wholesaling, all types of things. And we also do a weekly podcast. And if you would like more information on rentals, I've got a great book, Build a Rental Empire. Fix and Flip Your Way to Financial Freedom is a book on flipping, and both those are on Amazon, and they're both audiobooks as well. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll have some more videos soon.